This is Donna.
And this is TJ.
We're the Hills.
And this is
Dinner.
and a Marriage.
Now
Welcome back.
Hi, it's us. We're back.
Yeah. You ready?
I think so.
Unlike my pants.
Whoa, what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. He's going to bring it up.
Well, I just need to know. And if somebody wants to post in the comments, I just need to know. But how many people struggle with trying to determine what's cold and what's wet?
Okay.
To me, there's a very distinct difference between
Wow.
cold and wet.
It has been very cold and wet here. And I did laundry yesterday. And when I pulled stuff out of the dryer, I was like, oh, this stuff, some of this is wet for sure. Like we had some towels that were wet. And I'm like, this dryer stinks. And not literal smell, but And the other stuff in there, I thought, no, I think these might just be cold. Like, it'll be okay. No, it wasn't. 4:30 this morning.
I had to go to work. And it was way earlier than that because I had to be there at 5.
Oh.
So I had to wake up really early, like 3:30. And then once I got out of the shower, I was like, oh, I'm going to get dressed. And all my pants were wet.
Dare you say
I was angry.
they were what?
Oh, they were moist.
We did that especially for my BFF in Arizona.
But yes, she didn't wake up. I tried to be a little bit loud so that you might go, oh, what's going on? And then I was going to probably be rude, but I wasn't loud enough and she didn't wake up. So by the time you got home today, I was in a better mood. And I didn't want to kill you anymore.
That's good. I did wake up when you left. So I heard you shut the door and it was really windy.
Yeah, I know, but I think that she knew the pants were wet. So she was like, I'm not going to say anything.
Let it be. Let it be.
It's the worst.
It is.
Close to.
What is the worst?
Oh, and because we don't say it, we haven't said it, and we should say it.
Oh yes, follow us on YouTube, like and share and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, please.
Yay! Da 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 da. So now we're on YouTube, Podbean, iHeartRadio.
Oh, don't go down the whole list,
Yeah,
dude. That's
there's
just
a
boring.
lot.
There's a lot of
Spotify.
stuff. It's all good.
All the things.
But yes, you should be able to find it if you like it. And if you don't need to look.
Oh,
so
wow.
there you go.
Wow. Everyone should watch it.
Yes.
So I guess I kind of chose a topic sort of today.
That's fine.
That since we were talking about how we met, we got married, all those fun things, and we wanted to talk about marriage, I was thinking we could maybe talk about, we talk about qualities in people, that maybe we could talk about how to make a marriage work or what we feel like works for us.
We have a very high tolerance for pain.
Oh my gosh. So today, somebody was telling me that her boyfriend told her that he has a super high tolerance for pain and he actually enjoys pain. So the first time they were intimate together, she ripped his
Nipple off?
nipple rings out.
No.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Right? My whole body shuddered when she told me that. I was like, oh, that sounds so painful. Guess he never said he liked that
Someone
anymore.
Came into your work or some of you work with?
I'm not telling.
Oh. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right? Ouch. Poor dude. And they're still together. So there you go.
Well, fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. I guess now the topic is going to be like people that do weird things.
Oh,
Like,
well.
Well, whatever. I don't know. I have no fear. But I mean, I'll just straight up
Oh,
see
I have
this bus
fear.
coming by and just throw people under it. Just start chucking them.
You know what my fear is?
What?
Teenagers.
Teenagers? You're afraid of teenagers?
No, when you're your own teenagers, my own teenagers,
What about them though?
they put the fear in my heart,
Oh, you can't be scared.
down in my heart,
No.
down in my heart.
That's supposed to be the joy, 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 not
I
the fear,
know,
fear,
but
fear,
it's the
homie.
fear, fear, fear.
Huh.
So as I was looking up some stuff, though, it says that it's so, which we've mentioned before too, is that a marriage constantly needs work. Like you don't just go, oh, we're married and then la di da, right? But a happy, healthy marriage requires continual commitment, energy, and a devotion on the part of both you and your partner throughout the days, weeks, months, and years you spend together. In fact, marriage is merely a work in progress. It needs to be watered like a plant in order to grow and flourish.
Hmm. That's, I mean, whatever. I won't disagree with all that, but yes, it is a constant work in progress.
Yeah,
It's like
for sure.
the
Well, go ahead.
it's a lifelong project.
Oh, for sure.
You can never. It's like how I want. Well, I don't know. I guess it's how when I had an epiphany about a year ago, how I thought I wanted my life, and I'm like, at some point, and this is what I used to think, right? I'm just gonna get to a spot, and I'm finally gonna be like, I accomplished my goal,
That
right? But
doesn't
no, that's never
happen.
gonna happen. Like
No.
I'm always gonna have more goals and whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like at some point, I was like, whether it was working on the house or whatever, like you get a
Yeah.
sense of accomplishment every once in a while.
Oh, for
But
sure.
then, the more you sit down and think about it, you're like, but there's so much more to do. And I'm not saying that like our marriage is
But the,
bad and it's like, oh, there's so
no,
much more
there's
to do,
but
but
we
there
have
really
so
is,
much
right?
more of a journey.
And so, yeah, I think
Yeah.
that it's knowing that you're not supposed to always. Okay, so it's not knowing, it's being able to understand that you're not always supposed to be happy and that that's fine. It's having that
Yeah.
acceptance.
Yeah.
Not saying
No,
enjoy misery,
I
right? But I'm
no,
just saying
yeah.
it's like you need to.
It's that goes back to that thing of you can't always be happy. It's just not that I'm saying like if you're not happy, that's fine, but like you almost have to just have that mindset. I used to tell you like it just kind of like fake it till you make it type of thing. Like if you are confident, you have to make yourself be happy in order to generate happiness. You can't rely on someone else to make that for you.
Unless you have a dog.
That's true.
Because look at him over there. He's just like
He's
chilling. He's
just
like, the
joy.
light's a little bit bright,
I
but
don't know if they can see him, but
eh,
yeah, his
I
head's
can.
on the table. He's adorbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
is.
yeah, that's why, I mean, in general, I'm excited for our new adventure that we're going to take that we're not going to talk about yet. But yeah, it's going to be
Epic.
pretty dope-tacular.
Yes. Well, what I was thinking was so like there's an evolution that happens in everyone's marriage and in ours was you first meet each other and it's about each other and you get to learn, somewhat about each other at the beginning and that's how you fall in love and then you get to see how you are as parents and how you interact with your family and then how you are at work versus home because at first it's like a vacation.
Oh
It,
no, the honeymoon stage?
yeah,
You're all, hey, hey, how you doing
right.
10
And
times a
and
day?
it's not like you coming home from work like, "Oh, work sucked today." So
Well,
like,
yeah, because then you're like, I am going to be going home to my new favorite person.
right.
And you're excited about that,
Yeah,
right?
but I
But
still
then
am.
everything wears off, and then you're at work, and then you hate your job, and then everything sucks, and then you start to get bitchy, and then I'm like, oh my god.
Wow. But I still think genuinely, as long as we've been together, we're still like he'll always call on his way home, be like, "Hey, I'm on my way home."
Because if I don't, she hates it when I just show up unannounced.
No, I don't.
Because
I like to know
are
when
we
you're
gonna
on
bring up
your
your
way.
infidelity?
Oh my gosh, I've never been an infantile.
I'm just messing with you.
What does that mean?
An infantile?
No, what?
What?
What was I thinking?
An infidel?
Infidel. I was thinking of the what's the guy that does the puppets? Oh my
Oh, I
gosh,
can't think of his name right now.
Walter. Walter's the
The old
puppet's
man
name.
puppet?
No,
Yes.
that's not. It's the skeleton guy that does that. The
Oh,
skeleton puppet.
yes.
Oh my gosh, total tangent. Squirrel.
Hmm.
But so, yeah, I think that's the whole thing is if you look at a relationship, a marriage, whatever it is, like it's ever changing and always that you want to work with the changes and not against them. I think that's how we keep it together.
Well, we do. Well, I think that we both try to like serve each other to a certain point.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to make me happy. You know what my quirks are and whatever. I try to make you happy. We're not really having to go way out of each other's way to make the other person happy.
Right.
Um, but I think that
But let's talk about some funny stories along the way, right? So I'm gonna cut you off for what just happened. What's that
nope.
face?
Go ahead. This is
Wait,
why our marriage works.
were you gonna say something?
No, it's fine. We only beat you off camera.
Yeah. No one believes that.
I
Oh my
know,
gosh,
but
that's
still.
funny. But so we love dogs, as we've mentioned before, and we've always had a dog. When we
Always.
first got
I've always
together,
had a dog my whole life.
yeah, TJ had a boxer named Sadie. She was awesome. Um, but anyways, you can tell Sadie's story.
What are we telling the diaper story?
Yeah.
Oh damn. So we had a dog named Sadie. It was epic. But one time I was changing a diaper and I don't know if anybody that has kids I think can relate to this. When you're doing stuff with kids and diapers and things all the time, you're always a little bit frazzled, it seems like, and maybe it seems like you're losing your mind. You don't keep track of things very well. And so I had changed a diaper and then I swore that I must have put it in the diaper genie because I couldn't find it anymore.
Right. And you're like, but I am half asleep because I've
Well,
worked a
I don't
12
know.
hour
It's just one of
day.
those things where I'm like, I mean, you're searching around. I mean, it's a dirty diaper. You can't miss it. It's gonna smell bad.
Right.
But nope, no dirty diaper to be found. It was, and then later on the day, the dog is in the backyard, and she is taking a number two. And
I'm laughing because I know what happens.
all of a sudden, this thing starts coming out her rear end, and I'm like, "What in the world?" And now she can't get it to come all the way out, and
Doesn't she
it
start running
she
from it?
starts running from it, but it's attached to her and she can't get away from it. And she has this look on her face, and boxers already have those bug eyes and they look a little bit freaked out. And take that and multiply it by like 15. This
Oh,
dog looked like
Sadie.
she was going to lose her mind. And so I realized kind of what was happening, but I didn't really know to the extent. And so I run and get a plastic bag to put my hand in, and then I finally grab the dog with my left hand, and I grab whatever the diaper is on the other hand.
What? You're not sure what this
And
thing
I'm not
is?
really sure like what to do, and I don't know what it is, and I inadvertently let go of the dog, and then the dog ran. And she had somehow managed to digest a diaper that unfolded and then retwisted and ended up being seriously like a little over 2 feet long.
Yeah, like her intestines made it twist.
And she ran away, and I held it, and I was like, I thought that I thought the dog was gonna die, and the dog was so relieved after that
She
thing
was
left her
so
body.
happy, like, yes, thank you. Oh my gosh, she never ate a diaper again.
No, she did not. I think she learned her lesson.
Yeah, she's like, I'm done with that. So Sadie, she was always such a funny dog. Every time I would see her, I would say, "Oh, Sadie."
So with that, just so that we can,
She had a
I
face only a mother could love.
will keep it the same topic. If if you have kids, you'll understand. If you don't like poop, turn this off. But it's funny. It really is funny.
Oh, okay.
So, parenting styles. So we have our like middle son, and what was he? He was probably 4. No, 3. He was
Maybe
about
I don't
3.
know,
I don't know how. It's been a long time
3 or 4.
ago.
He was in a crib.
Yeah, he's in a crib. So right when you're about to get out of your crib, he was that age. But anyways,
He was probably 3
I
then.
put the boys down for a nap one day. I'd had a long week at work. It was a Sunday. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be amazing. They're going to take a nap. I try to get some stuff done. And so I put them down, and they both went down and they were asleep. And I was like, oh, this is incredible. I start doing some things, and then I don't know exactly how long it had been, but it hadn't been that long. But it's like you start to notice that why does it seem too quiet?
I don't
And
hear
so
a
I went
breathing.
in to homie's bedroom, and he had opened up a dirty diaper that was on him and decided to rub it all over him and all over the bars and his whole entire crib.
And it
And
was
it,
one of those spindly bar cribs. Like,
and he made sure to touch every single one of them.
oh
And I
yeah,
was
he
like,
was an
"Oh my
artiste.
gosh." And so I took the child into the bathroom and washed him in the shower, almost threw up. Like it was fantastically gross. I went in there with like a whole entire bottle of 409, cleaned the crib, and
Yeah,
it was fine.
top to bottom.
And then I'm not kidding you. 2 weeks later, the same thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Identical. But this time, I was like, you're going to get clean, and then you're going to become a big boy. Then that is when,
We moved them to bigger beds.
yes, but I took his crib apart and threw it out of his bedroom window into the backyard. And then he and I went into the backyard, piled it up, put lighter fluid all over it, burned it, and then I went and cracked open a beer.
And he ran around in his diaper like,
Oh, he was
woohoo!
excited about the fire, but I was like, no, never again.
No more crib. Bye, crib.
Yep.
Yep. Luckily, they were the last for cribs, so.
Wasn't it when you say goodbye, crib? That reminds me. Did you tie the pacifiers to balloons?
Yeah, yeah. That was like, okay, no more binkies.
Yep.
We're gonna say
Goodbye.
goodbye to the binkies
Goodbye.
now. Which, and I just saw an article about people don't put your balloons in the air and something like it polluting the planet. And I'm like, oh man, I was a total culprit of that. I'm sorry. I also did the balloon fire thing when our oldest was in the Navy. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. It was like the send off.
Yes.
Oops.
So, this is why we get along so well, because we still tell really crappy stories.
Oh my gosh. Dun dun dun. Crappy. Oh, one more about Sadie though. So Sadie, she was with us until she was what, 14,
No, she was like 12,
12?
but
So
she was a boxer, so that's pretty old for a boxer.
yeah, so her hips were going bad and she barely could move at all and she had accidents all the time. Well, our or my cousin um, on my dad's side, had come to live with us for a little while or stay with us. And I think I was at work, but he made a sandwich and we had like a big counter and he looked at Sadie and he was like, "Well, she's on her turtle. She had this big turtle bed." And he's like, "I'll scoot this into the corner, all the way in the corner and use the bathroom real quick." And he comes back and the sandwich is gone, but Sadie is still on the turtle. She somehow ninja climbed onto the counter and ate his whole sandwich.
No, she had the ability to turn it into Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, when it came to food, she was all about it.
Yes.
She was not a grazing dog.
But
Like you
she could
could
barely
only,
walk downstairs by herself.
yeah, our other dog
Like,
would help her.
yeah, and she was very not good at that point, but she could still, if somebody left the room, instant Kung Fu Panda move.
She was so
I wish that there
funny.
was like some hidden video
I
of it
wish we had
somewhere.
those doggy cams back then. That would have been so funny. So funny. Yeah, when it came to food, though, she was all about it. You could only give her a bowl of food during, like, this is dinner time or whatever, or else she would just eat until she blew up. She would not, she would not stop. So, yeah.
Yes. So that's what keeps us together too, is having so much stuff to take care of.
Oh, right. And then you fix everything, which is a plus. I,
No.
I have to keep you around to fix all my stuff. Oh,
Huh.
it's funny though. Like I think I told you about it. Saw that video where that lady's like carrying all that stuff. She's by herself, carrying all this stuff, moving these things around, and then they show her again, but her husband's with her, and she's like, "Oh, I can't lift this." Like that
Oh,
is
I
so
know.
true.
I
It's
get
like we
suckered
lose
by
our
you all the time.
powers when you're around.
Hmm.
But when you're not here and like, oh, I'm gonna rearrange the whole living room or whatever.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of like I perfectly have the ability to do laundry, but
That's true.
I don't anymore.
Guess that's
It's
why you.
yeah, but you're all particular about your stuff. I
I
would just
am. You
be
just
like,
throw
okay,
it
well,
all in.
kind of separate the colors and whatever, and then just big loads and be done with it. It would all come out really dry though.
Wow.
Just saying.
My bad.
I can tell the difference between moist and cold.
Moist.
You're
That's
mean
not
now.
gonna be the name of the episode.
Oh, what?
No, I'm kidding.
Moist towelette.
It's supposed to flow into something else.
Like your jeans?
Oh wow.
No, I thought that you had some other marital advice, or we're
I
going to
I
ask
could, except
about.
my phone just
So,
froze.
hey, how about when we, whatever. We used to get along because of, we were, well, I don't know. It's just because, I don't want to say it's because we were younger, but I mean, it's like when we used to ride motorcycles all the time and we were more daring and we would go do stuff and it was cool. But, now you have to, once you get kids to a certain age sometimes and you have a bunch of stuff to take care of, that some of that stuff gets shelved.
What?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
All the selective hearing that you've got going on.
Well, I have these on and I was trying to get
Trying to
my
read
thing to
and
work and it wasn't
don't really know what I'm
working.
doing.
Huh. Do you want to know what the disadvantages of marriage are?
Having to put up with you every day.
I think these are excuses.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's not fair.
Damn right. Shouldn't be.
Right? You're subject to others' expectations and rules.
That'll teach you how to become a better human being.
Yeah. Marriage seems old fashioned.
That's because people really want to go get STDs.
Oh, come on. Weddings are crazy expensive.
They don't
Well,
have to be. If you
right?
decide to be one of those people where you're like, oh my God, it's all about me and I'm going to spend $40,000 on my wedding, or you make your parents do that or whatever, I'm sorry.
Bridezilla.
Yeah, if you just don't, if you're not ridiculously crazy, stupid rich, like, don't do that. I mean, if it's just disposable money where you're like, okay, fine, I'm going to drop $200,000 on my wedding and I don't even care because it won't affect me in any way, shape, or form. But when
Damn.
people end up having like debt over getting married, like because the wife is like, you're going to do this for me.
The
I
financee.
don't know how people like that
The
get married.
financee. Well, yeah,
What?
that
Stop.
expectation's a little much. Yeah, she wouldn't
No,
be the
that's
wife
a
yet. She'd
red
be the
flag, homie.
financee.
That is, if you're going to marry somebody like that, you know that you can probably take however much.
But that's your opinion. Like somebody else may really want somebody like that. You don't know.
Uh,
I mean, obviously
Touche.
it happens, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so what else? The divorce rate is alarmingly high. I
That's
wonder
because
if it
women suck.
is. Oh wow. I wonder if it is anymore.
Hey,
I think people just don't get married as much
no,
anymore.
it's. I was watching this thing the other day, and the when it comes to the divorce rate,
Yeah?
it's 85% of the time it is the women are filing for divorce before the men.
Huh, interesting.
That's
Wow.
because they're like, I'm gonna take all your stuff, homie.
Maybe
Peace.
irreconcilable differences.
Hmm. That's called being lame.
Commitment phobia is a real thing.
Oh, I could say some things, but
Are you afraid to commit?
I'm afraid to commit to what I was gonna say because I don't want to be totally offensive. But
Oh, you
that's
have
fine.
to say something.
No,
Is
I
commitment phobia a real thing?
no. That's all. That's all crap. That's excuses.
You're making an excuse because
Yeah.
if you love someone and you want to be with them, you're going to make it happen. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. I don't know. You could claim
That's what I
anything's a
feel like.
phobia, like
Oh, for sure.
pooping at school. Like people that couldn't. Like that could be considered a phobia.
It is. It's IBS.
International Ballistic Services.
Oh, like I don't like to go at work. And it's not just that I don't like to go, my body is like,
I
shut
wasn't saying
down.
anything about you. I'm just saying I
I'm not
went
the
to
only one,
school
though.
with a dude that would have to go home and he lived close to the school and go to his own house every day at lunch to do that because he could not do it at school.
That's how I am, too. But I've
Wow.
discovered why that is for me.
That's fine.
And
Okay,
yeah,
what's the next
I
one?
have PTSD because everyone does.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
no.
Marriage could or could change what's already a good thing.
That's commitment issues.
I thought that wasn't real.
No, I didn't say it's not a phobia. People can have
Oh,
commitment
I
issues like
gotcha.
just saying I don't want to commit to this and you could convince yourself of anything.
Gotcha. So the one that said it's not fair, it says there are so many rules and people who make the decisions regarding others' happiness. Part of our holdout was a protest against marriage. That's so funny.
There's some weird
Uh,
people in the world, dude.
expectations and rules is marriage binds your life. Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of.
No, I don't know. It's like, well, I don't know. Let's just
I think,
say
well, I would think that the person that wrote this is out of Women's Health magazine, if anyone needs to know. And I don't 100%
seems
know
very unhealthy to me.
how long ago this was, but the person who wrote this is saying, um, that one of the things it says is you're responsible for someone else's behavior, which that's crazy. Like,
She drove me to drinking.
hey, If
You made me sleep with a crack whore.
right, that's you still you're in you still yeah, no, that's not.
I don't know. It's all
Yeah,
excuses.
it's a cop out.
It's fully excuses. It's I don't know. I still believe in marriage. I mean, well, obviously, if we're married. I don't want to get divorced. I don't really want to be by myself. I don't want to date. I don't want to deal with anybody else's kids. I don't want to deal with anybody else's dogs. I want to have all my own stuff. Your cleanliness habits meet my expectations as far as like
This one's
the way we
pretty
keep our
funny.
house and stuff. Because I'm kind of a clean freak
Yeah,
and I like things kind of a certain way.
yeah.
Not in like a tyrannical manner, but it's like I just don't deal with dirty people. That's why it was really hard for me to have
Messy.
roommates when I was younger. Like it was just bad. I couldn't do the whole crazy frat house thing, pizza and crap everywhere. Like no way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a nice thing. Like when we met and I went to your house, or when we
You were
started
like,
dating.
"Oh, look at how minimalistic you are, and I have so much crap to bring here and fill all these empty spaces." Yeah, let him be.
Let it be, let it be. Didn't we already sing that this one? Um,
No,
yes.
it
Not
was the
his
joy, joy,
minimalistic, but
joy.
his house was very clean.
Yes.
Yeah,
And you know who cleaned it?
you did.
Me.
Of course, I knew that.
I'm good at cleaning a house.
Yeah, he is. He is. He is. He is. He is. This one's funny. It says number 8. Getting hitched won't make people shut up. Once they're no longer preoccupied with the fact that you're not married, then they start questioning when you'll get knocked up. That's
What in the
pretty
world?
funny. So
See,
once
some of
the
these.
wedding's over, prepare for your family to contact baby mania.
Oh, wow.
Here's some pros to being married though. You have an in case of emergency person.
Dude, if that was one of the requirements for. Oh no, I'm getting married so that I have an emergency contact?
Well,
No,
I kind of get
no.
that. Not that that would be a reason to get married, but I get that because like when my girlfriend that passed away that was single, um there was no one to take care of what she left behind.
Yeah, I know, but whatever. You either have it set up so that it can get worked out,
Yeah. I
or
I think
who
people
cares
always
because
think,
you're
"Oh, I'll
dead.
do that later." Well, I'm sure yes, I get that, but morbid.
Wow.
Other people view your relationship as more legitimate because it's legal.
Now I just have a lot more to lose than them.
Right, I guess so. You can get insurance and tax breaks. Cha-ching.
It's not. That's not overwhelmingly like, ooh, I'm gonna be married and be rich. Like, no, no.
Oh, I like this one though. It says, if you're lucky enough to be able to marry your love, why not take advantage of that privilege? With so many people in the world being told whom they have to marry and whom they cannot, it seems absurd to overlook the opportunity. It's very cute.
Huh.
It gives you a chance to celebrate your coupledom. A relationship is, as everyone knows, hard work. We have been through so much together and we're proud of where we landed and who we have become.
I haven't landed yet.
That's true. We are currently on wheels, so a little hard to say
Yes, but
we've
I'm
made a landing of any sort.
landing. Yeah. Could end up in a great big ball of fire.
Oh, it's so one of my like the thing that worries me, freaks me out, whatever, is hooking up the RV. That's for whatever reason that stresses me out to
It's the
no
dumbest thing I've
end.
ever heard of in
I
my life.
know. I know you say that, but I'm like it freaks me out. Like, okay, back up, no, go forward, now back up, no, go forward. And I've
That
seen so many videos where the fifth wheel like goes off the
okay.
hitch, or
This
just
is the thing is you
recently,
think you're one of those people and that sucks because when I see those videos, I don't go, "Oh my gosh,
I
this is
am one of
scary." I
those
go,
people.
"Those people shouldn't have owned any of that."
Okay, I'm not one of those people, I guess, but that's another reason I'm thankful for you.
To make fun of you for that.
No, to hook up the RV
Oh
so I don't have
wow.
to. And to drive. I don't like to drive his truck. I will if I have to, but it's rare.
You've moved it out of a parking space one time.
I know I don't like the way it feels.
Oh my gosh.
It's too tall, and
Oh, you're funny,
I know.
but whatever. You're great, babe.
Great. It's like,
The suspension feels different when you hook it up to a trailer. That's why it
okay,
feels like that.
but no, it's like that normally.
Oh wow. Uh-oh. He sees that there's other people in the world and it makes him angry.
Yes.
Well, I don't think that based on everything that we've talked about today that we have convinced anybody to get married or not be married. We may have talked them out of having children because of the diapers and the dog situation and all the poop.
So we're saying don't get married, don't have kids or pets. JK. I don't think JK is even a thing anymore. Does anyone say that anymore?
Only old people.
Oh wow. Well then. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Also, probably not something anyone says.
No, that's still a thing.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not, wow. All right. On that note, we're gonna kill this today.
Are we?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not wearing my murder underwear, but it's fine.
Oh, no murder underwear today.
All right.
All right. Well, I like our marriage.
Oh, I think that it's
Oh, wow. That's a long hesitation.
unique.
Ah, unique.
No, it's awesome, right? But it's not normal. But okay, well, I don't know.
It's not for everyone.
That should be a topic for another day
All right.
of what is normal.
What is normal?
Ah, yes.
What is it?
No,
Not us.
right. 100%. But like not in a bad way. Like yeah, we're out.
Piece of chicken grease. Bye. And before you go, visit us on our social medias at Linktree / The Hills on Wheels, linktr.ee / The Hills on Wheels, no spaces.